Welcome to Cooking with Frisbees. We have a treat tonight. We are doing Prince Edward Island mussels. Yes!
Yum.
In a sherry wine sauce. So, first thing, we have a lot of mussels here. We have about just over 5 pounds of mussels, which is a lot, but that's how we got them at Costco. So we're gonna make every one of them and enjoy every bit of them. But first things first, we need to get them clean. And these ones that we typically get from Costco are relatively clean. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I wash them off, but I pull any bearding off if there's any left on there. If I need to scrape any crustaceans off the shell, I want to go ahead and do that as well. So we're going to do that for all 5 pounds. On top of it, we want to get rid of any of these buggers that are open, because that means they are no longer alive and would not be good to eat. So I'm going to spend a couple of minutes doing this.
What else are we having tonight, though? Do you think we're just going to do the mussels?
I think with
Since there's 5
5
pounds.
pounds of mussels, we would probably be good with just the mussels. And we have French bread that we're going to cook with it and enjoy with them. This one still has a little bit of a beard. You just want to make sure you pull all the beards off. And they do, here's one with a beard that you want to just make sure you pull that off. That's it. So simple. And just clean up the shell. So yeah, I've got 5 pounds of these to do, so I'm gonna probably be here for just a minute.
So we shall come back.
We'll be back. These ones that are slightly open, they just have to go. So all those that you can see, some of them are broken, some of them are just barely open. But even if they're open just a tiny bit, you don't want those anywhere near what you're cooking.
Don't want to get poisoned.
Yeah, because it basically that's what it is, right? They're dead. Broken shells, same thing.
It's going to be delicious.
Glorious.
And then what do we do with all this now?
So we're gonna do a saute with garlic and shallots, and then we're gonna add some sherry wine, fire roasted tomatoes, paprika, and saffron. And delicious.
Just another Friday night on Cooking with the Frisbees. Not going to the lake. And the reason we're not going to the lake is because thunderstorms are looming.
Imminent.
No fun. Since we don't have a covered slip. It's covered.
The uncovered covered slip.
Right. It covers us from about 4 hours of daylight.
Welcome back. Okay, so I'm just gonna prep a little bit before we throw everything together. I cleaned all my mussels. They're sitting in the sink with cold water and just a little bit of kosher salt, just to make sure they're nice and clean and happy. And I'm gonna I only have half a shallot and it calls for a cup of shallots. So I'm just gonna substitute a little bit of regular onion. We're gonna cut that up. We're gonna use some garlic. We get this, it's already chopped up, minced. It makes it really easy for me. And then a can of fire roasted tomatoes as well. So when I get ready to do the actual cooking of the mussels, we'll come back and I'll show you how I put everything together. But for right now, I'm just gonna do a fine chop, relatively fine chop. I'm not going for tiny, just going for edible. Onions do shrink up a little bit when they cook, which is nice. So, and then I'm gonna use a half of a regular yellow onion. Like I said, it called for shallots. I use a lot of shallots, so I didn't happen to have any. I think I need to sharpen my knife.
Gotta have a sharp knife. All right.
I know.
You want me to sharpen that for you real quick?
I'm gonna sharpen that for me real quick while I'm trying. So the one thing I do throw away, we try to compost a lot of our stuff, but they did recommend not trying to compost onions, too many onions, because they simply don't break down as fast. So we decided we were gonna not do the onions, but we do a lot of everything else. We do all of our peels from our little tangelos, peels from, or leftover lemons. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Or our banana peels. We do lots of smoothies. So we do
Better?
not bottle. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go run my knife through here.
Ouch! Bit me.
Right, whatever. You're so goofy.
Yes, I am. If I could talk to the animals.
You should do that with one of the ones that was already open that I just threw away.
Yeah, I'm not putting my hand next to some disease-ridden mussel.
It's not diseased. It's just dead.
Okay. Or that.
Okay, so obviously I haven't gone any professional cooking courses because I'm just chopping. So there we have it. Shallots, onion. When we get ready, we'll go to the saucepan. So I made a decision. I'm gonna cut more onion. So when I was looking at different recipes, this particular recipe has sherry wine in it, which I really enjoy that flavor with mussels, so I really wanted to use it. And I was looking at different recipes, and this one is actually for only 3 pounds of mussel. So of mussels, 3 pounds of mussel. Right there, baby.
There it is. All mussel, all the time.
So I decided, since we have over 5 pounds, that I'm gonna go ahead.
They didn't give me a choice, and I got these at Costco. So it wasn't like I went to a seafood place and say, hey, I only want 2 pounds, I only want 3 pounds. You get what you get at Costco, and it's in bulk, right? So 5 pounds of mussel, that's why we decided that this is gonna be dinner. Like, we don't eat a lot as it is, although it wouldn't seem so by all the things that we cook.
We should be 500 pounds.
But we really don't. I mean, like if you see me making a large pork chop or something like that, I'm eating half of it. We've gotten to the point now, it used to be that if you put a New York strip in front of me, I ate the whole thing. Now Beth and I split a New York strip. The only difference becomes that she likes hers more towards the medium well side. I like mine more towards, I've gotten away from medium rare though. I've gotten away from that. Yeah. So that's the difference, but I mean, this definitely a meal. We could probably invite a few friends over, but.
And it's gonna have so much great yummy sauce. And we've got some yummy baguettes to eat it with.
Again, I got that at Costco. When I picked those up this afternoon at Costco during my lunch hour, just in case my boss is watching, it was lunch hour. They were warm. And
they smell so
I got
amazing.
So excited by that. I was like, oh my God, these things are warm. No, we're not barking. And that's our little Forrest Gump Bentley. And then we've got exciting stuff that's going on this weekend that I've got to remember to get out and film, because I didn't. But look at all of these seeds that we're planting. So it is planting time at Little Acorn Farm this weekend. We were out there the other day working really hard in the heat, putting out manure, composting manure. It smelled lovely. The dogs kept trying to eat it.
And we finished our pine straw and mulch.
Yep. So, and then I bought some irrigation. So I'm going to try and do that too, because irrigation is critical to what goes on out in the garden. So we'll come back and film all that. But tonight is really just about
mussels.
The mussels. It's something we haven't done. Something you guys can do. Grab my glass, give it cheers. Why is mine half empty? Because
that's on you.
Well, it's almost 6 o'clock. I mean, we're in happy hour at the Frisby. It's what it is. Don't judge me.
Judging. Welcome back. What goes better with clams and mussels than crusty bread? So I'm going to do a couple little baguette slices. I'm going to put them in the broiler just for a couple minutes, just so that they can get just slightly toasted, and then I'll rub them with a little piece of raw garlic. So I'm just going to throw some olive oil on them and put them under the broiler for literally a minute, just to get them a little bit toasted, but not too much. And the olive oil will keep the inside nice and moist while the outside can get a little bit crusty. See you back in a minute. I guess I made the thing of garlic. Here we go. Got the baguettes out.
What are you doing?
I'm rubbing the garlic on the little baguettes that I toasted under the broiler for, I think it was a minute. Just until the sides start to get a little bit on the crusty side. And then you just cut your garlic till it's raw. And you just rub it on there.
And what are you doing with, what's that red pot you got?
That's where the magic's gonna happen. We're gonna start our mussels here in a little bit. And that's where they're all going.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, so this is exactly like the cast iron pots, the really expensive ones that you get at Williams-Sonoma. But my gorgeous husband got me these from Costco, and right now they're on sale. 2 of these. So this one is a 9-quart, and there's a smaller one that I think is a 7-quart that comes with it. That they're on sale right now at Costco, and I'm telling you, they're amazing.
$49 at Costco right now.
I cook so much stuff in these. They can go straight into the oven, soups, stews.
I'm telling you guys, it's a deal. You have got to jump on this. I bought those for Beth as a Christmas present. Yes, and yeah, I do get away with buying her stuff like that for Christmas presents, birthday presents, and she's genuinely happy about it. So gentlemen, if your wife likes to cook, do yourself a favor and buy her good cooking stuff, because you're the one that's going to benefit from it. We kind of share in the cooking, but honestly, Beth probably does 85% of the cooking.
You do the grilling.
I do the grilling, but we're going to start filming more of what she does. We had a meal last night. What was that we did? It was a curry chicken. What was that?
Last night was garlic turmeric chicken. We contend with this every day, at least 10 times a day. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drain these 5+ pounds of mussels. My
colander is not big enough.
So I'm gonna use the colander to help me strain them. That worked out pretty good. It's still draining though. I didn't know that was gonna work out so well. Great. Awesome. Now it's strained. I'm happy with that. And now we are going to start some cooking. So, over here, medium heat. There we go. I know my burners really well, so I know where I need to put these. But basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna start our olive oil, we're gonna add our shallots and our garlic, and we're just gonna let them go for a couple of minutes. Oh look, you can see the baguette's a little bit better. Yes. And they have that garlicky goodness that I scrubbed on them. So we're gonna heat this up. We're gonna put in our shallots. Oh yes, so by the way, while we were not filming, I went into the pantry to get the fresh garlic, and I found more shallots that my husband had purchased. So I went ahead.
I knew it!
I stored the rest of the onions that I cut up, and I went ahead and just cut up more shallots because
gotta love shallots, man.
They're just a lighter flavor than that harsh onion.
It's got like a sweeter.
They're sweeter when they saute. They're a little bit lighter, and so I definitely wanted to have that with the mussels. So
good stuff.
I went ahead and did that. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna saute these for a couple of minutes and just let them start to get soft. And we want to let the garlic start to cook out. So I'm gonna put in. Well, let's put it all in. I'm like a garlic fiend.
Yeah, don't talk to us on Friday or Saturday, because garlic is in our breath.
For sure.
We are not vampires.
So we're gonna go ahead and let this cook down. I'll just zhuzh it around a little bit.
There's that word again.
There's our word again. And I'm gonna let these cook down. So it'll be a couple of minutes. All right.
Beth is laughing. I tried to give her a countdown, and my fingers just weren't working that way.
So this is brown to the point where I like it. It's not burnt, it's just browned. So we are going to start adding flavor. This is a cup of sherry wine. Woo! Sizzle, sizzle. This is a can of fire roasted tomatoes. Yes, it's canned. I don't have fresh tomatoes yet.
We will.
Yet.
With Little Acorn Farm.
This is a Spanish paprika. It's a teaspoon. I'm gonna add that in. And the ever lovely half of a teaspoon of saffron. And this is sadly the very last of my saffron.
Uh-oh.
But it's worth it.
I see an Amazon order in our future.
Good luck finding. I don't know if
it's on Amazon.
Has saffron.
Yes.
So we're gonna let this come together, and I'm gonna bring it to a boil. And after it gets to a boil, then we'll add all of those mussels. And we'll let them steep in it. I know, it's gonna be amazing. I am gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Typically, the mussels have a lot of salt. They're from the ocean. But
good salt.
it is. But I don't have any red pepper flakes or anything. I usually do a lot of seafood with red pepper, but I'm just gonna use black pepper today. So we're gonna let this come up to a boil and meld itself together.
She's zhuzhing it.
I'm zhuzhing it.
That's our word.
It's called stir.
Zhuzhing sounds more sexy.
Okay. And then once I get this up to a full boil, we'll add those fabulous, beautiful mussels. It's almost time to eat.
It is. You guys come back.
It's time to add. Mussels.
Sorry for sounding like Santa, but that excites me.
It is going to be amazing. So I'm just going to add these.
When's the last time we did mussels? It's been like forever.
Years, yeah. So this is going to take a minute. This is the largest pot I have. So now I'm just going to put the top on it. I'm going to let it go for 3 minutes. So Alexa, start a timer for 3 minutes.
I love when she
We
listens.
got it.
All right, we'll be back.
Okay, so my 3-minute timer went off. Let's take a look. Oh, not very many have opened. They're starting to. No, this is normal, right? This is my 3-minute mark.
How long does it normally take? Well, that's 5 pounds.
Yeah, so we're gonna go another 5 minutes after this. I just wanted to make sure that things were working the way that they were supposed to be working. See, some of them are starting to open up. Let's take some of these guys that are open out so we can take a little taste test. And we're gonna let the rest of these guys go. Cover them back up. We're going for another 5 minutes. Alexa, start a timer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, starting now. All right, the big reveal.
How many minutes are we at?
This was an additional 5. Oh my goodness.
Wow, look at that.
Yes. Oh my God, it's amazing. Look at, this is just gloriousness. We'll be snacking for a minute.
That's beautiful.
So it's time to take them out.
What's total time on it?
So I did 3 minutes, zhuzhed them, put the lid back on, did another 5 minutes, and I think they're perfect.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and plate these puppies. I did taste one.
I did too. It was glorious.
They were really good. So I'm just...
It's a good Friday night meal. It's quick, it's light. mean, I'll probably, like, it is now 7 o'clock. We'll eat. I'll probably be hungry by 9 again, but.
Well, don't forget about the baguette I have, which will add a little to it.
I know, but I'm like 3 times your size.
Oh my goodness. Look at that goodness.
Light them up.
There's got to be a better way to do this.
I don't know of any other unless you just pick it up and pour it in there, but.
Well, no. Because of that. That was just the shell. How perfect is that? Look. The little mussel landed right there. Guess what?
Might as well just eat it. Yep, that's gone. Wow, that's good stuff, guys.
So excited.
Okay, taste test.
Oh no, here we go now.
Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. The beautifulness, which is not a word, but it's my word. That is incredible.
They're super soft.
Guys, I know everybody always defaults to getting some little neck clams and things like that, but do yourself a favor. Give mussels a try. Like the tenderness of the mussel, to me it melts in your mouth a lot better than the clam does. Like, I'm not going to discount a clam. I'm not going to discount it, but do not discount these.
Oh my gosh.
Mussels are good. Look at this. This is 5
And they have their own
pounds.
scoop.
This 5 pounds worth of mussels.
We got some eating to do.
Yeah, we do. We got some eating to do. So we're going to call this a wrap. We're going to say this is a very successful Cooking with the Frisbees. We're going to go over here. We're going to grab our baguettes. We're going to move this plate over to where we're going to eat tonight. We're going to get to grub it. So thanks for watching. Come back and look for more Cooking with the Frisbees. Give us ideas. Hit that subscribe button. It helps us to incent us to move forward with other ideas. So come on back. Other than that, have a great night, guys. Thank you.